So of course the full title of this project is Colossal Supervillain Team Up Monopoly. Alright, now starting off here like we've been playing a regular game of Monopoly. Starting out with the first tier, the lowest tier here of villains, you can see first up is Dr. Chaos. We have Simon Bar Sinister from Underdog. We have Dick Dastardly and Muttley, one of my personal favorites. We have Dr. Weird and the Monarch. And then in the jail currently sits Mojo Jojo. So moving on to the second tier. Now I'm going to include some close-up shots here of some of the squares. So moving on to the second tier here, we have Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. Of course, we have Shredder, Cobra Commander, and you might have noticed that the railroads are actually supervillain outfits or teams, if you will. We have Lex Luthor. And then moving on here, we have Kingpin and Venom. And of course, the parking for supervillains only. So. Believe it or not, this is an AutoCAD class project, and needless to say, I cheated and created the whole thing on Inkscape, which is a more or less free version of Illustrator. And I may add it's 1,000 times better. I recommend it to really anybody in the graphic design field. Now we have Taskmaster coming around here on the third tier. Mr. Sinister. You notice too the Riddler's all the chance squares. I think pretty much he was a perfect fit. You have Mr. Sinister, Juggernaut, Fing Fang Foom, and Solomon Grundy. And finishing up here, we have Sinestro and the Go to Jail corner square. And then some of these luxury taxes and water company and things like that have been replaced, but fit in with your supervillain motif here. I've changed a few things here to guild memberships, death ray repairs, exclusive rights, etc. Moving on to the fourth and final tier here, we have Abomination, we have Magneto, we have the Joker, Legion of Doom. And then I have Black Adam and my personal, probably my favorite villain of all time, Dr. Doom, as Boardwalk. And then of course if you collect 200 in tribute as you pass go. Few things here, okay. The print quality, I need to mention it, the print quality is very poor here on this sheet. Moving on now, we're going to glance over to centerpiece collage here. Obviously you can see that all these villains that are not included in the squares and are featured here in the center of the board. And then of course you'll have to excuse the shaky camera work on the stock footage here. I'm actually using an old cell phone camera. And the only tripod I have right now is for the telescope, so that's not really exactly going to work. Before I forget to mention, this board is approximately the same dimensions as the standard Monopoly board out of the box. Unfortunately, I did not cast custom game pieces or create cards for the game. And lastly, if I've forgotten any of your personal favorite supervillains, feel free to yell at me in the comments section. And most importantly, thanks for watching this first episode here.